is going on? Welcome to episode 37 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. I've got Hate Zero. It's like Diet Eric Soda. What's up, man?
What is up, dude? I don't Diet Eric Soda. I don't like that. It's Hate Zero, the hero. And NPC fam.
Oh my
what up, yo?
Okay. Speaking of fam, I feel like we've done this before. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dog day.
Guys, we do the show live, twitch.tv/N64Josh, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We had a little technical difficulty tonight, but hey, we're not doing too bad. So come hang out with us live, twitch.tv/N64Josh, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know it's late if you're on the East Coast, and I apologize, but hey, it's just the way it goes. Quick word from our sponsors. If you'd like to get yourself a free audiobook from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/NPC. That the Lootcast is my other podcast. That's audibletrial.com/NPC. And there you can get a free book of your choice and help support the show. And I just got done listening to Super Mario. That's what I got with my monthly credit. Super Mario. How
Can I pitch one of mine?
How Nintendo conquered America is what that book is about. So good stuff there. And please, by all means.
Ascend Online. It's book 1. I haven't got to book 2 yet. Ascend Online seems really familiar, kind of like Ready Player One. It's a virtual reality, jump into seat, virtual reality, augmented reality, however you want to say it, video game based book. So far, it's really good. Luke Daniels is the reader. He's excellent. Give it a listen.
All right, awesome. That's audibletrial.com/NPC. Also, guys, the chair I'm sitting in is from opseat.com. And if you use coupon code N64Josh, you can save yourself $10 off of your purchase. These are affordable gaming chairs, extremely comfortable, and I highly, highly recommend it. And again, you'll help support the show by picking one up and using the code N64Josh at opseat.com. Seats so OP, they should be nerfed. That's not really their thing. I've just been working on something for them.
It's their thing now. That is their thing now.
It may be. So, hey, let's do this thing, man. We got lots of Nintendo stuff to talk about. The Nintendo Direct dropped last week, right after we recorded. And, well, there wasn't any Mario Maker.
Interesting. So I was wrong. Caveat: I'm not taking that one yet because there's still not a big release coming in November. Mario Maker's coming. It's gonna get announced at Tokyo Game Show. Mark my new words.
And the DS is gonna be an optional controller.
It's not a thing. That's the most expensive game in the history of games now.
No, I already have a DS. It won't cost me anything extra.
I do not.
See, here's the thing. Ever since the first time you could like hook a Game Boy up to a console, like Game Boy Advance to GameCube and do the old, Game Boy Island on Animal Crossing. I love it when they talk to each other and they do things like that, So as a streamer, to not have to undock my Switch to use a stylus or my finger on the touchscreen, I'm all about this.
It would be cool. It would be cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I posted on Reddit and it did not go over well. Not go over well at all. So, did not go over well.
People will burn the mother down.
They will. So, pickups. What have you been playing, my friend? What'd you pick up? What you been playing?
Well, I picked up NBA 2K18, which I've enjoyed a lot. So if you're on the fence, just do it. And then the Quest of Dungeons dev was kind enough to get us a copy of the game to try out, and so I put a fair amount of time into that, and we will talk about our impressions of it a little bit later. But I think it's like $7 or something, and so it's been out on other systems. So if you've played it, I don't know that much has changed. If you never have, Probably don't sleep on it, but we'll get to that. So what did you pick up?
Dude, this was an exciting week for me, honestly, as far as pickups go. Metroid. Okay, and here's the deal. Friday morning, it just so happened that I was not able to pre-order the special edition of Metroid. I wasn't able to pre-order the amiibo. So that meant I had to be on my game, right?
Yeah.
So we went to our Magic Secret store, Fred Meyer.
It's not a secret if you keep telling all 7 people.
I know. So we dropped my daughter off at school, and my wife and I, there was a big community garage sale a few towns down. And so I like to, together we go, and I like to retro game hunt. But I'm like, hey, you know what? Metroid came out today, and the amiibo came out. We should probably go to Fred Meyer. And she was like, okay. So we go. Now, I'm kind of kicking myself. I got one package of amiibo that had both of them in. And they had one copy of the special edition Metroid. Ooh. So I was able to get both of them. And the amiibo had a coupon. Now, I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy both the amiibo that were there, because I would have opened one just to have those to display, because they are probably the best looking amiibo I've seen yet. They look so slick. So was really stoked for that. So that was the start to Friday. That was already a good day. Like, hey, we scored the stuff. I went to go back and try to find the amiibo later in the day. Gone. Already $60 on Amazon.
Wow.
$60 on eBay. I was like, oh, this sucks. Wow. So fast forward. We're hitting up garage sales. All I'm seeing is Xbox games. I'm not seeing anything super great. Well, we pull up to one after having a long talk. Like, man, those people on Instagram, they always find those sweet, Well, this lady puts a box down that I see an original Game Boy in it that I've never owned, always wanted to.
Hold on. You never owned the original?
No, I only would borrow. I could borrow it from my uncle or friends. I never, being the oldest of 6 back then. We didn't have I was lucky with whatever I got. So,
well, hey, congrats.
Yeah. So I got it. I tried it out, and it's, and it does work. So I was happy about that. But the box, I could see other things in there. I could see Game Boy Advance SPs. I could see regular Game Boy Advance. I could see an original DS. I go, how much for the box? The lady's like, a few bucks. I'm like, so $10? She's like, that's more than enough. Gives me 6 Game Boys and a DS and an e-reader for $10.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so stoked. So then there's a pile of Game Boy games. And she's like, $2 each. I'm like, yikes, there's so many. I would have literally probably dropped like another $80 if I had grabbed them all. If I'd been smart, I would have just said, I'll give you $30 for all this stuff. And she probably would have gone for it. But there was already somebody else digging through them at that point. So I just grabbed probably 15 of them. I said $10. She's like, yeah, sure. And so $20 I scored. Not any real stellar games, like nothing super stellar. Just like a lot of like arcade classics, Game & Watch Gallery, that kind of stuff. But
hey, that's cool though. Hey,
still cool nonetheless, right? Castlevania on the Game Boy Advance. So that might be fun.
Yeah.
But and as far as what I've been playing, Destiny 2 has still had its hooks in me. I've been playing that. I've been playing Samus, and we'll talk more about that. I'm actually really loving that game, and I really hope that if there's any Metroid fans listening to this, and if you're on the fence, don't be, and we'll get to it in the review section. Yeah, that was. And then I did play Quest of Dungeons. So
nice.
And I did reach out to the developer. We may get them on the show. So,
sweet.
It may have to be an odd time show. We won't be able to do it.
They're from Portugal, I think.
Yeah, something like that. He said it was going to be 4 a.m. for him to get on with us at this time. So,
okay.
Yeah. Huh. So that is that. Should we get into this week's releases?
Let's do it.
All right, break it down for us, man.
All right, we've got SteamWorld Dig coming out September 21st. SteamWorld Dig 2, I'm sorry. Coming out September 21st. Thimbleweed Park, also September 21st. Pokken Tournament DX, the 22nd, Friday. Lego Ninjago Movie, September 22nd. And Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, September 22nd. You going to pick any of those up?
Well, I see 3 of them that I'm assuming are physical copies.
Yes, I would. I don't know about Lego for sure, but I'm guessing it is, and being a Friday release, it probably is.
I'm guessing it is too. Oh, speaking of Lego, I picked up Lego City Undercover on the Switch. So,
did you ever play it before?
Nope.
I played it on Wii U, and it's lighthearted, but it wasn't bad, and I hear the loading isn't nearly as painful now, so I'd give it a play.
All right.
I might like it.
Sweet. I know my kids have played it on the DS. They liked it, but Pokken for sure. I'm absolutely getting that. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know a lot about that Dragon Ball game, but is it a fighting game?
No idea.
No idea either. Okay.
No idea.
There you go. I think it is. I think I recently saw footage of it, and it looked like it might be a good time, kind of real over the top, almost like Marvel versus Capcom style stuff. But
okay.
It may not be the same game, so don't quote me on that. I'm not like a huge Dragon Ball fan or anything. Lego Ninjago Movie looks funny, the movie itself. So the games are usually pretty stellar. So there you go. How about you? Any of them? SteamWorld, like I have the first one on the Wii U, but I've never played it.
I think it is the fighting game. Just so you know, because I'm looking up the pictures of it and stuff right now.
Gotcha. Destinot says if it's the fighting game, it looks amazing. All caps, amazing.
that appears to be what it is. So there you go. I was on the fence with Pokken. I'm still on the fence with Pokken. I'm gonna wait for the reviews. I'm not a huge fighting game fan. I've never been good at them. I'm basically a button masher. So I don't know. But SteamWorld Dig 2, I'll probably pick up. I did like the first one. It's fun. And some of these indie games are just the perfect games to play for like 20 minutes and then put down. And that one kind of falls in line with that. So, and you can sink a ton of time into it too. So there you go.
Okay, cool. Cool, man. Well, we have a Nintendo Direct to actually talk about because, we kind of just speculated last week, but we can go ahead and kind of just jump into the news here. And we're just going to kind of touch on all these games, and hardware even, because there's even some hardware. So, let's just jump right into this thing. Some of the, and I'm just on Nintendo.com right at their, at the direct page here, right at the top, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. All the new goodies. How hyped are you?
Oh, 11 out of 10. maybe a 12. I'm not sure.
You're lying.
I don't even think I can contain myself. I don't have a 3DS, and I haven't played a Pokemon in, probably since Yellow. So it's been a long time. Not to say they're bad games or anything. They were great. I love them. They're amazing RPGs, surprisingly. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to move a system for me.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I have Moon. I've enjoyed every minute that I've played with it.
How many minutes have you played?
I don't know, a couple hours. I've put a little bit of time into it.
Nice.
I think the biggest problem for me is I played all the way through Yellow, and that was fun. It was like, the RPG stuff was good. I enjoyed that. I just don't have nostalgia for this series. I was just a little bit too old, I think, and so. But who knows? I'll it's still on my radar, and I may give it a shot.
So I was at the cutoff for the nostalgia. I think I was in middle school when Pokemon took off, and so like me and my buddies all watched Pokemon, and some of us had cards, but we didn't talk about it. And if anyone else talked about it, we're like, we don't watch that. Get out of here. Pokemon sucks. But then we would all watch it.
You're closet Pokemon fans?
Yes. So I'm right on the edge of the nostalgia for Pokemon.
Okay. All right. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Is this a pickup for you?
Possibly. Possibly. Is that a word? We're gonna make that a word. It's in between probably and possibly. Possibly. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
So it looks really good. And one thing Nintendo does that I don't see out of any other developer is their E3 videos look okay, and then the final release ends up looking better than the E3. And you just don't see that. I mean, Watch Dogs is a prime example. We got this amazing looking game, and then you got the real game. You're like, what the heck is this? This was not the E3 video. So many of them are like this. And the Xenoblade Chronicles dev did a side-by-side comparison of his screenshot of the characters, and it's gotten so much better since the last Nintendo Direct they were pushed in. So yes, I'll probably end up picking it up just because I love what Nintendo. I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
Yeah, for everything I've seen of this game so far, it looks pretty big, looks pretty epic, and again, not my kind of game. I have Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U. I never even I bought it just as I was starting to collect that library, so I've never played it, but from the sounds of it, it takes a while to get to the good stuff, but once you do, it gets really good. I don't know if the same will be the case for this one.
Yeah.
Project Octopath Traveler, which has a demo. Did you get a chance to play it?
I didn't play the demo yet. I did watch a couple videos, and the game looks really cool. I hear the role playing is really good in it. I'm not a huge turn-based RPG player. I'm more of an action RPG, but Nintendo's kind of making me step outside of my box, which I guess is good as a gamer. So I'll probably pick that one up. It looks really intriguing, and the story looks good. Although it's cartoony, it's not a kids game.
No.
So if you have younger kids, probably don't let them play it. There's some very suggestive language, and just don't let your kids play it. That's my advice.
Yeah, from what I've heard, there's like things the female character, like if she doesn't accomplish something very well, she has to go and dance for some guy, and yeah, it seems like it's not for kids. So
yeah,
there you go. We got more details on Super Mario Odyssey, which we've kind of talked about that game at length. Still just excited? You feel like you've seen too much? Some people are saying they've seen too much. I mean, I have a feeling this game is going to be so huge that I think they could probably show us hours of it and we wouldn't even scratch the surface.
The game's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And okay, this is how excited I am for the Mario. I don't buy Amiibo. I'm going to run over people to get those Mario, Peach, Bowser Amiibo, and I'll probably try to get 2 sets so I can open one and then just have one to have and hold.
Sounds like
forever.
Sounds like somebody's rubbing off on you a little bit.
No, I don't think so. I think they just look that freaking awesome. They look so good.
I told my wife that we're actually going to have to renew our vows so we can use them as wedding cake toppers. So,
Yes, and Nintendo needs to know that, and they need to make enough of them for people to do this, because that's going to happen all over the place. It's the perfect wedding cake topper.
Yeah, we do need to talk about something. Mario's nipples. The internet.
Link had nipples. I don't understand what the problem is.
I don't either. Except for the best thing I saw was a Photoshop of what Mario should have looked like with an extremely hairy chest and a gold necklace on, and that made my week. Like, I'm like, this is what Mario should look like.
So, okay, this is like the Batsuit nipples with George Clooney. I don't understand. So if he's a human character, if he doesn't have nipples, what is what is the complaint? I don't get it. Explain to me.
The world wasn't ready. All right. They weren't ready. Apparently.
I was ready.
I bet you were.
Hashtag free the Mario nipple.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I said
Moving
Mario.
right
Said
along.
Mario.
Moving right along. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions. New details on modes and amiibo functionality. So, 3DS game. I hate to say this, but it's another game I've never played. So
I've heard good things, never played it. I'm surprised you haven't played it. It's Mario and 3DS.
yeah, I want to. Maybe this will be the one. Who knows?
There you go.
We got Kirby Battle Royale on the Nintendo 3DS. So kind of like Smash Bros.
Probably not.
So you inhale Kirby and then you get Kirby powers?
Well, you're already Kirby. So what powers do you get? Do you get the ability to inhale more Kirby?
This is my point. This is my point.
I don't know. Maybe Kirby Geek can answer that one.
Yeah. Kirby Geek can tell us if this is worth picking up or not. So
there you go.
Yokai Watch 2, The Psychic Specters. This game really isn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
Not really your thing either. Okay.
No.
We got Layton's Mystery Journal, which is keeping the Professor Layton series going. Again, a series I've never played. I know they did a crossover with Phoenix Wright, which I did play the first Phoenix Wright game. I think the second one as well. And they're a ton of fun, especially yelling "objection" into your DS. That was the best thing about that game. So Kirby Geek says that I think you just get random power from the start with the Kirby game. So there you go.
Makes sense.
Minecraft on the new Nintendo 3DS. This, I was listening to NBC and they were like, this is great, but why so late?
Technical limitations is the only thing I can think of. Because it did come to the Vita, didn't it? I think something like that.
I believe so. It's pretty much everywhere.
But I hear it was almost unplayable on the Vita. Yeah, probably a technical limitation. I don't know. I mean, obviously they figured out how to do it.
Well, it only works on the new 3DS, which is a relatively. I mean, it's close to probably 3 years old now, but
yeah, a little beefier.
Yeah, but no. I can't remember what they call it with Minecraft, where everybody can play with everything. With like your Switch can play with an Xbox One, that kind of stuff. I know it's called cross-platform, but with Minecraft they call it a certain thing. The DS does not have that.
Okay.
So so basically it's solo play. Maybe you can play, like local wireless, that kind of thing, but it will not connect with. You couldn't play with like your Switch and your DS, as far as I know.
That makes sense. It kind of kills the creating and sharing portion of the game. Maybe they've got a way to get around that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just called Play Together. That's the name that they use for that. So
too easy.
Yeah. This is pretty awesome. Mario Party. Top 100 on the go. The best mini games in one game, and it will have the board game included.
It's not awesome. And here's why. This should have came out on the Switch.
That's a good point.
What are they doing? Why are they doing this? It would have been too easy to put it on the Switch. People have been killing for a Mario Party game. The Switch is the perfect party console. Why didn't they put it on the Switch?
Yeah, it's a good question, man. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I have here's the nice thing about it. I have the last Mario Party that was on the 3DS. Not a terrible game. I'd not sit and play it by myself, but with one cart, you can play with 4 people. And that's going to be the same is true for this one. Destinot and Henny says cash cow. Destinot says install base. I mean, all those make sense. And hopefully we could see a game like that ported over to the Switch, and with some online play, that kind of stuff. I mean, this is honestly, I've been asking for this type of Mario Party for a long time, because it seems like every Mario Party game has about like 5 to 8, maybe 10 if you're lucky, real fun games, and the rest are kind of just like meh. Yeah. So Kirby Geeks is playing Mario Party alone is like drinking alone, just depressing.
Yeah, so, it is. Absolutely.
They got a little further into Metroid, which we will talk about. There's a new Atlas RPG, Journey to the West. That catch your attention at all?
It did not.
Okay. We got Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, and Fire Emblem Warriors. 2 games coming to the 3DS. Of course, Warriors is also going to be coming to the Switch. Ace Attorney games are fun. If you've never tried one, jump in. It'll surprise you. It's like you do some detective work and you get to yell objection, and so that's always fun. Hey, we're getting the Creamsicle new 2DS XL.
These 2DSs are looking pretty sweet, I must say.
Have you seen the new ones in Japan?
No, those are really sweet.
The 4 new ones?
Wait, they have a couple different colorways that we don't get, obviously, but is it the blue one they have? I think that looks really sweet. I don't know. May have to do it. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a black and green one in Japan.
That's the one I'm thinking of, I think.
Yeah, and then there's a lavender one. But they've also got these sweet Pikachu. Looks like it even has a raised up nose and stuff, and a Pokeball. So
wait, those are Japan only?
As of right now, they may. Well, I know as of right now they're not US.
Huh. Okay, I thought the Pokeball was coming to the US, but.
Well, I could be wrong. Just from what I was, the only thing that we got in our direct is the Creamsicle.
Got it.
So, Splatoon 2 gets wait, Pikachu is, Pokeball isn't. Pikachu is coming to the States? I don't know.
Apparently.
Pokeball's coming to the USA. There you go. Okay, sweet.
Okay, Pikachu's Japan exclusive.
Yeah, I think the Pikachu is probably cooler than the Pokeball myself, but not that I would open that up on a bus and play it, but for the collection.
If you want someone to take your lunch money, you do. That's how you get your lunch money stolen, Josh.
Can we not talk about my past? Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it hurts. Splatoon 2 still getting updates. They're trying to keep things fresh. I've been out of the loop with Splatoon a little bit. I kind of feel bad about it. Hopefully get some time in it with this. Hopefully get some time with it this next week. I know there's new maps and new weapons, or new giant umbrella. So if you're into playing as Mary Poppins, there you go. You got that taken care of.
Perfect.
Yeah. More on Fire Emblem Warriors. Is this going to be a pickup for you?
I'm not a huge Warriors fan. So probably not, unless it gets amazing reviews and it's a must play. I probably won't.
Okay, I'll be picking it up, so I'll be able to give some give a review. This one's got me excited. Snipper Clips Plus.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I reached out to the developer this morning because he liked a tweet of mine, and I was like, "Hey, you should come on our show." So, who knows?
Very nice.
Maybe we'll hear back. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll try because I love me some Snipper Clips, and having new levels and new shapes and all kinds of new stuff in that game. Bring it on, and a physical release that even gets me more excited. So, yeah, pretty cool. Morphe's Law launches first on Nintendo Switch. We talked about this game when we heard about it at the Nindies the Nindies.
Yes, the Nintendo Indies Showcase.
Yeah, the Nindies Showcase. So
perfect.
Kirby says Fire Emblem comes out a week before Mario. So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a interesting release window. I mean, Mario's gonna be huge. Bad choice. Bad choice. They should move it to that November time slot, so they're only going up against Mario Maker.
Oh boy, here we go. So let's keep going. We got new cars for Rocket League, which we've kind of known about. Yeah. They still didn't give like a definitive date, did they?
No, they didn't.
That's what everybody wants. But I mean, you know what? They're probably just playing it. They don't want issues, right? I mean, Rocket League is it's one of those premium indie titles, and they don't need the NBA debacle with Rocket League. What was that? The NBA court, like
NBA playgrounds.
Yeah, they don't need that. So take your time, boys and girls. Get it looking good. Get it working good.
Get it right.
Arena of Valor. The Switch is getting a MOBA.
I didn't even see this one somehow.
What do you? Oh, you didn't. So yeah,
I did not.
I mean, it's a full-on MOBA. How do you feel about MOBAs?
Very little.
Okay.
I haven't played. I mean, name a big one that I've missed. Maybe I've played it and I don't even realize.
The two biggest ones are League of Legends and Dota.
Yeah. See, I played League like twice, and it's just not a game for me. So.
And I think Captain Logan would probably say Heroes of the Storm.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, hey, bring it on. I say the more genres we have, the better. I think it's great. Yeah. So, I think it's all good.
Agreed.
Elder Scrolls gets a release date. Woohoo! Are you gonna get this?
Yeah, I didn't play Skyrim at all.
Really? Okay. I made it to level 56, and then my uncle accidentally saved over my character.
Ooh.
And it only put me back to level 53, but I was stuck in an area that was really hard to beat, and I'm like, I'm not doing this again. And I stopped.
You're too frustrated. Yeah. It was during a time after my gamer tag got hacked, and I was so discouraged, I just quit gaming. And I played Oblivion, and I liked Fallouts, 3 and 4. So, yeah, I'll pick up Skyrim. That's gonna be a day one, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to jump in. They've got the picture of the guy wearing Link's armor with the shield and everything. Love it.
Yeah.
Two iconic shooters coming to the Nintendo Switch: Doom and Wolfenstein. And we're going to talk about these at length, but we're both pretty excited about this, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. Flip Wars strikes back with a new update. This one I haven't played. It looks like a fun party game. I should probably give it a try, but I haven't played it yet. Anything for you? No, not really. Cool.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So, I mentioned earlier in the podcast that I listened to Super Mario is what it's called. How Nintendo Conquered America, I believe, is the title.
Okay.
It may not be exactly that, but you'll find it. It's a blue book with a Mario an 8-bit Mario on the cover. And a lot of the history of Nintendo, it's really cool because, it started, I mean, obviously way back in 1894 or whatever with Hanafuda cards, but then getting up to present, like in the 80s, they were getting into arcade machines. And so as I was listening to this part of their history and listening just about the arcade machines and listening about Donkey Kong and Radar Scope and how basically Donkey Kong was supposed to be Popeye, but then they lost the rights to be able to, or they didn't ever have them. And so, it was basically just it's cool to listen to the different things in the arcade stuff. And I got to thinking man, I would really love, and this is before this direct, I would really love to just have the arcade ports show up on the Switch, not the Nintendo, the NES versions, but like I would love to play Punch Out. And guess what we're getting? We're getting Nintendo arcade classics, Mario Bros, Balloon Fight, so many more.
And you thought it into existence.
Well, I no, but it is exciting. I hope we get like a Donkey Kong, and I hope they keep going with this. That they're about $8 a pop. How do you feel about that?
It's a little pricey, but they've never been released before, as far as I know. So it might be a little high if they came in the under $5 mark. $4.99. I think it'd be great. At $8 a pop, I'll probably pick up the ones I really want to play, like Excite Bike. I saw that was one of them that got announced, or someone leaked it somewhere. Mario Brothers just for fun. I'll pick up some. It's a little much though. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it seems like they could have come in at like a $5 price point, and it would have been like a sweet spot.
Yeah,
kind of like the NES games are on the Wii U or the DS. They're right around like $4.99 a pop. So, but hey, if you don't have to get it if you don't want it. But yeah, that's the arcade archives. So, we got the Legend of Zelda Series Champions Amiibo. We got a date for them. Looking forward to those. They look really cool.
Yeah.
A handful of games coming to the Switch, which one's already here: NBA 2K18, WWE 2K18, FIFA 18, and Pokken Tournament DX. I think we'll probably dabble in a handful of those, if not all of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
ARMS has got a new update: Dragon Quest Builders on Nintendo Switch. So I watched a little bit. The whole direct. I was at work trying to watch it on Twitch and stuff, but this game looks interesting. I'd like to learn a little more about it, see to just get an idea of what it's like. So Kirby Star Allies Charms. Yeah, okay. More Kirby.
Good.
Yeah, good. More games the better.
Yes.
Some stuff from the eShop, SteamWorld Dig, Golf Story. I know you're pumped on that one. And,
yes.
And they they went into more stuff there. And then Sonic Forces, game called Lost Sphere, LA Noire, and more. Just a handful of coming soon titles. So I mean, look, Nintendo is doing it right. Like, there's no way that you should if anybody says there's nothing to play on the Switch, I don't know what they're looking for.
This launch has been painful. I mean, this is the best 6 months of a console launching that I can ever remember. It's been painful to my wallet, not to my gaming fingers.
Right. Yeah, it's been awesome. There's been AAA title after AAA title, plus the Nindies, plus I'm going to say that just because the more I can say Nindies, the better.
It's good for everyone.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's healthy for the soul. But yeah, so that's our first part of news here. The next thing, I know this has got you excited, but we want you guys to take these next two things with a grain of salt, because there's just they're more rumors or something that is just it's something that's pretty cool. We're gonna read it, but it's not necessarily a news article. So go ahead with this one, man.
So allegedly, a Netflix representative stated that the app is rocking and rolling and ready to go for the Nintendo Switch. It is just waiting on Nintendo's approval. That is, again, it's coming from a representative of Netflix, supposedly. If you've ever chatted with a customer service rep, they're not in the know with the developers most of the time. They they may not have much inside knowledge. So take this one with a big grain of salt. I will say it's very plausible and even probable that they have an app ready to go. I heard a rumor a long time ago that Nintendo's waiting for others to show up before they allow any of them to pop up on the Switch. So Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, they want them all to have an app first before they do any media. Not sure if it's true. Sounds Nintendo, though.
I think I know why Nintendo's not putting it on the Switch. See, I have a very small Xbox remote control that my kids cannot put back and gets lost in the couch on a regular basis. Joy-Cons are even smaller. Plus, with the analog stick coming out, that's a recipe for bad news. So
that would sell more Joy-Cons. They would love that. Why would Nintendo not want that?
Maybe they care this time.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they care.
I think maybe they can't make enough of them, so they're not ready yet. That's the key.
That could be. Oh, we didn't touch on the Odyssey console that's coming out with the red Joy-Cons. How do you feel about that?
I think they look sweet. I like them. I like the non-fluorescent colors, and that red looks pretty.
Yeah, you know what I really want is the black ones they give developers. I really want those.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. You'll never get those unless you dev a game.
Yeah, I better get on that. So, okay, the last thing here is, this is actually true. Golf, the original golf game on the NES, is in the firmware of the Switch. But it's golf backwards. It's like flog, right? That's what they call it. So let's see here. Super Nintendo posted a screenshot from a guy by the name of Justin Epperson. I don't know who this is. It's at SPRSK. So here's what it says. And again, guys, just take this with a grain of salt. It's just it's pretty cool. That's why we wanted to share it. It says golf is embedded in the Switch firmware, and JP Internet is calling it an Amamori, a charm from Iwata. He coded the game himself. In Japanese culture, Amamori are bought at shrines for various reasons. If you keep one close to you, it will protect you or give luck. So the idea is Nintendo embedded Iwata's game to watch over every unit. And he goes on to say that is that's definitely messing him up. And he's saying that man was loved. So either way, if that's true, that's awesome. It's pretty cool that they've embedded a game right into the firmware. And supposedly, do you know much about this? I didn't get a chance to really dive into this, but it looks like you can play the game with motion controls.
Yeah, so on Reddit, you can look. It was in the news on the Nintendo Switch subreddit under the news section. It was on there. Some guy actually unlocked it or figured out how to unlock it and played it. So yes, it does play with motion controls. You can play with both Joy-Cons, and it is very much real. So even if it's not a whatever that word was that you said multiple times so eloquently, it's kind of cool that they coded that into the firmware as just a nod to him, if nothing else. Mm-hmm. So now kind of a piece of him, a piece of game that he probably put his blood, sweat, and tears into is in every Switch that's being sold. That's kind of neat. Yeah,
it's very cool. It's very cool, and it's a game I loved as a kid. Even though that seems weird, I played a lot of it. I played it a lot. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, moving out of the news and into our reviews.
Let's do it.
I'm going to start with Metroid.
Get it,
guys. I am a big Metroid fan. I skipped Other M. I've recently picked it up not too long ago. I want to try it at some point. I am extremely impressed with Samus Returns. It does a lot of things really well. So, first of all, if you played Super Metroid, you know that there are a lot of areas that you can see but couldn't get to. There are blocks that you could shoot that might turn into something or might not. So you have to sit and shoot every block to try to find every secret. Okay. In this one, and this is going to be relatively spoiler free, but if you don't want to know anything about this game, I would say fast forward a good minute or two so that you don't have anything ruined. So, oh my gosh, he took off his headset.
I'm kidding.
So basically, I want to talk about a few just quality of life things that they've added to the Metro game that fit very well. And when I initially started using these things, I'm like, oh my gosh, this game's holding my hand. It's not. It's not. Basically, in my eyes, in my opinion, you can tap the A button and send out a pulse that will show you where all the secret blocks are in a certain radius, which means you don't have to sit and just shoot everything to try to find secrets. Captain Logan's asking how far I'm in. I believe I've killed probably close to 10 of the Metroids. I think right around there. Maybe a few less than that. So not. I have a number of hours put into it, which is another thing I want to talk about. This game isn't just easy. Like you're not just the OP character that's not gonna have to worry about dying. Like you gotta get health. You gotta get not get hit. You gotta use your melee attack, right? To dodge stuff. I don't know the exact time. I didn't look it up, but I've put between Destiny and Metroid this last weekend. I put some time in, and I'm not by any means disappointed. Like this game has really delivered for me. I saw we rated a streamer that was playing. He was a little further than me, so I got to see some things, not really spoilery, but just kind of like some different upgrades. And I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of cool. I can't wait to get into that." So, I've died at boss fights, right? I mean, you learn the mechanics and you get better, but like I died. I definitely died, and I don't mind the backtracking. They give you a lot of stuff early on, and you're like, I can't believe they're already giving me this. But then they still give you puzzles that you have to figure out, and I love that. I love the way that they have made searching for stuff more efficient, but didn't make the game linear whatsoever, as in my opinion. So I would give this game a definite 9.5. The 3D looks awesome.
Wow.
Looks awesome. So for a 2D Metroid game, I say go all in on this one. 9.5. It is good stuff. It's good stuff. Now, granted, I haven't played all the way through, and we went over that last week. We're going to give you guys these reviews based on the amount of time that we've put into the game. So,
indeed.
Oh, and Captain Logan says Game Informer was like a 9.85. So
wow,
they liked it as well. Look, I played all the 2D Metroid games. It feels the most like a successor to Super Metroid, which is probably my top 5, like one of my top 5 games of all time. So the music's great. I plugged in my headphones.
This Metroid Samus Returns is top 5 of all time for you?
Super Metroid.
Okay.
Yeah, Super Metroid. So I can't say that about this one until I finish it, but so Captain Logan says it's a Josh will buy, open, play, maybe finish rating. So anyway,
5.
Yeah, NBA 2K18. Let us have it, man.
Yeah, so let me start off with I'm giving my shell review again. So blue shell means it's a must own on the console. Red shell is great game. You should probably buy it. Green shell means if you really want it and that's a game you're interested in, go ahead and do it. And shell no means don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Okay, that being said, NBA 2K18 on the Nintendo Switch, red shell. It is solid. The gameplay is really good. There's definitely some issues. The menus are incredibly slow. The audio, for whatever reason, when I'm playing the audio, there's like some clipping. You can hear the audio clipping. It's very bizarre. Not game breaking, just annoying. And it doesn't appear to happen in game. It appears to happen mainly in the cutscenes. So for my player, in my player, my save file got corrupted, and I thought I lost like 4 hours of progress, but it turns out that it lied to me and it wasn't corrupted. I had to recreate everything like I was playing for the first time, and then I went in and did a search for my save file, and it was still there. So that was good. The game is not perfect, but it's a red shell. The gameplay is solid. It's NBA 2K like you'd expect in a portable. So 3-word summary: basketball on portable.
Okay. All right. Last we both played Quest of Dungeons. Now, this game surprised me. When I first started it, I was like, I immediately tapped Y and died, and it said game over, and I was like, what? So when you start this game, don't hit the Y button because I
did that too. I did that too.
Yeah, it's insta death. So,
but how can you not? You have to.
Go ahead and do it. So, but I started exploring, played the different characters. There's some decent humor at the very beginning of the game, which I thought was funny.
Record skips.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. And so this game, this is going to show my age, but I almost feel like this game takes a lot from the Atari game Adventure, which if you're familiar with Ready Player One, you have a little bit of history about Adventure. Yeah. So, I wasn't until a couple years ago played Adventure for the first time, and of course it's a blocky game, and I actually got to watch my uncle play it, and he was like a magician with the single joystick and one button, getting the secret, showing me the Easter egg and everything. I was like, this is sweet. This game feels a lot like that game, but obviously improved. You're finding treasures, you're finding keys, you're unlocking doors, you're fighting bosses. And it's a roguelike, so if you die, you just start over. And it was strange. I first started playing, I'm like, this is not for me. And then the longer I played it, I was like, this is actually pretty fun. And this is one of those games that like I could see myself like, I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna jump into this.
Yeah.
You know, and then jump back out. So as far as a review for me, I would say it's a you know, a 7.5. The gameplay is good. The graphics and stuff are very pixel art, and I like that. The sound was even pretty good, you know. So may not be for everyone, but if it's a game you're willing to take a chance on, there's a chance you won't be disappointed by it. And like I said, I would not typically go for this type of game, but I'm really glad it's in my library.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Binding of Isaac a little bit, and mixed with Gauntlet. Like it's kind of like they merged those two games together, and that's what you're left with in the best way possible. I played maybe 10 minutes, died twice in that 10 minutes, and thought like, okay, this game is not for me. And then I put like another hour into the game. Which really surprised me. I didn't even realize the game was turn-based for a long time, because it does it so quickly that you don't really, if you're moving quickly and like shooting stuff or attacking things, like it happens so quickly you don't realize it's turn-based. But it is. If you're running away from a monster and you stop, they stop. That's how I found out it was turn-based. I was like, huh, okay.
Interesting.
So
yeah, I think one of the things that I enjoyed about it was how quick, like there's so many different elements to it. Like you're leveling up as you're playing, and each time you level up, you gain all your health and your mana back. You know, if you're running as a, so I did the best as like the wizard, where I could throw ranged attacks. I don't know if all of them have ranged attacks. I know the
I'm the assassin and I have a bow,
right,
which is awesome.
Yeah, so that guarantees a range attack, but I don't know that the warrior had a range attack. But you find different. It doesn't change your character aesthetically, but you find better like robes, better staffs, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of upgrades. I feel like there's actually quite a deep game here, but you got to invest some time into it. I was kind of hoping that when I died, I would come back with my inventory that I could keep moving along with, but nope, you start fresh every time. And I was rocking and rolling. I went for a good, I was like, oh, I'll do one more death. And then I kept streaming and kept going. I'm like, oh my goodness, like beat one boss, beat a second boss, got to the third boss and thought I was going to beat him, but he got too close to me. I couldn't get away from him. And he ended up, killing me before I got him. So, fun little game, especially for the price.
I like it. For me, it's a red shell. I don't have a clever 3-word. Kinda like Gauntlet. That's my 3-letter, 3-word. It's a red shell. It's a, if the game even looks somewhat appealing, definitely worth picking it up. They've done a great job with it. It's a lot of fun, and it saves your progress wherever you are. So you don't have to get to like a save point. So it's the perfect game for the Switch to, play 10 minutes, save and exit, and you're right back in the fun when you want to be.
Cool. Well, I think we're going to get into Doom and Wolfenstein, and we're going to get into that next week. I want to spend a little more time with it because I want to talk about M-rated games, relevant M-rated games coming to the Switch, and kind of dig into that a little bit. And we just don't have the time tonight. So just real quick for our retro question, what franchise would you like to see Nintendo revisit?
Go ahead. Take the lead on this one.
So this isn't a game that I played, but I know I knew an awful lot about it and looked for opportunities to play it, just never found it in stores and wasn't able to pick it up. But I think it's time for Eternal Darkness to get a sequel.
Ooh. Okay. Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
And this doesn't have to necessarily be a Nintendo, like it could be an old, like DuckTales or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be a Nintendo, IP.
I have one, but it's never going to happen, unfortunately. But Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, nice.
It was such a I'm going to get stoned for saying this. I liked Diddy Kong Racing better than Mario Kart 64. I thought it was a more complete game.
Get off the show.
See you guys later. See ya.
Oh my goodness. Guys in the chat, let us know what you think. Kirby Geek saying Advance Wars. Which, bring it on. A new Duck Hunt.
Why not? We haven't had one in so long.
Well, the Joy-Cons would be perfect for it. If you played 1-2 Switch, you already hold them like a gun anyway. So it'd be great. So
there you go.
But yeah, so that's it. I guess that's Diddy Kong Racing, huh? That's it's a great game.
Did you even play it?
Oh, I loved it.
You could fly, you could hovercraft, you could cart. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
and then it was open world too. Before like the races, there was the like open world parts where you can like explore and find secrets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Come on. How was that not better than Mario Kart 64?
Well, they were different. They were both great in their own right.
You're correct. I'm not digging Mario Kart 64. Everyone thinks I'm stupid probably, but it's not that. Mario Kart 64 was phenomenal and I loved it, and we played the crap out of it, and my friends came over and played it. I learned how to jump walls and cheat and do all that stuff. Good game. I just thought Diddy Kong Racing offered something Mario Kart couldn't, and I want them to bring it back.
Yeah. Captain Logan saying everyone forgets about F-Zero. It's absolutely a series that should come back. Like, great games. I was looking for the GameCube game recently. It's like $90. I was like, yikes.
Ooh.
So he also wants a proper Star Fox. Well, you're in luck. Star Fox 2 will be out the end of this month. So
there you go.
With no weird controls. Yeah, that Wii U one was it was interesting. But hey, they tried. So that's it, man. Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at HateZero, 0 with an X, XERO. You can find me on the NPC's Discord. You can now find me on the Xbox, also HateZero. I will be playing Destiny 2. I did it. I said I would never do it. I did it. I did a thing.
There you go.
So that's where you can find me. Everyone add me. I will friend you back. But don't forget, tune in next week, and N64 Josh is going to wax his armpit.
Okay. Henny says, Legend of the Mystical Ninja. So there we go. You guys are going to find me on Twitter at N64Josh. You're going to find me on Twitch at N64Josh. You're going to find me on YouTube at N64Josh, and I want you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to include it in the show notes of this episode, but my song, Another Castle, is completed. And so I want you to check it out. It'll be in the show notes, thelootcave.com/NPC37. And or just head on over to youtube.com/N64Josh and check it out there. And leave a comment. I want to know what you think. It's a whole lot of goofy, but it's high quality goofy. So
very high quality.
So check it out. Guys, like I said, we do this show live, twitch.tv/N64Josh, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out with us. It's a good time. Oh, good. They're already starting the hashtag. Great.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hashtag wax the pit.
Oh my goodness. Remember, guys, audibletrial.com/NPC. Get yourself a free audiobook. opseat.com. Use coupon code N64Josh to save $10 off of a gaming chair that you will love. We still need some reviews on iTunes. Guys, if you could hook us up with that, we'd really, really appreciate it. And we do want to say congratulations to YNV My GP for winning the $60 Nintendo eShop cards. So we will be in contact with you and get you those. So congratulations. And
congrats.
We'll be having another contest very soon. So just follow our Twitters to stay up to date on that. And we're done, man.
That is it.
All right.
Hashtag wax the pit.
Yeah. See you next week. Later.
Goodbye.